Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. It's me, MUI Shallot. And today we're going to be talking about a what if that you guys all love. We're talking about what if Deku was a Jedi, part 3. Now from where we last left off guys, Deku had just finished the heroes versus villains test. Man with a fiery passion, this man swagged up in his, Jedi uniform, going in, carrying the bomb, holding Momo's hands right behind him, and he'd be like, yo, All Might, I did it. And All Might's like, the hero team wins. That happened. Now, Deku goes, alright All Might, you want me to heal him up, or are you gonna do that? All Might's like, might as well test your power. Go ahead. So Deku went, and he said, alright then. Your choice. So Deku went to pick up Ida and Todoroki, and then he used Force Heal on them. And they started healing fast. And he said, okay, All Might, I healed them. And All Might's like, I don't see any changes. Give it a day or two and they'll be all good. And he's like, fine then. So, all the other tests go the same. Then, after 2 days, they're all healed up. And Recovery Girl's like, what kind of quirk does this man have? And Deku says to her, in her mind, it's a secret. Can't tell you. Sorry. She's like, where are you? Oh, it's another one of my powers. I can talk to you telekinetically. Nothing can be hidden from me. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's okay. And then Deku goes and says, alright, see ya. So now it's the next day. And I think there's like 4 days between the USJ and the hero team versus villains test. So Deku asks Uraraka out on a date, and he goes out with her. They're having a nice time. They're in a restaurant, and it's all amazing. And then Deku, and then he drops her at her house, and then the next day he goes on a date with Momo. And he's like, hey girl, you look fine today. She's wearing a dress and everything. He's wearing a suit. And they go to one of the fancy restaurants. And, they all eat there. And Deku's like, let me cover it. And he covers it because he has a job. He works for All Might Hero Agency and he earns a lot of money. He's the second in command. So, he says, alright then. Momo's like, fine. And then Deku pays for it and then they walk home. And then Momo goes a bit closer to Deku. He's like, you're so handsome, you know that, right? Deku's like, what are you trying to play here, woman? We can't do it at this age. And then she's like, I know, but nobody will find out. And then they start kissing, very romantically, yeah. And then Deku's like, you just piqued my interest. But I'm sorry, I cannot do this. We have to get married for us to do that. Alright then. Good night, Deku. And then Momo leaves. And Deku's like, damn, that woman is amazing. Oof. Y'all make sure nothing happens to her, that's for sure. And then Deku goes, and the next day, the third day, and the fourth day, he just meets with Uraraka, and then he meets with Momo again. And now it's a USJ. Deku is now fighting, now Deku arrives. And being the Jedi that he is, he can sense that something's wrong, right away. And then Deku's like, hey yo, Aizawa, I can sense a disturbance. I feel like something evil is coming our way. And Aizawa's like, what do you think's coming? Deku's like, I see that portal over there? Yeah. I think villains are coming out of it. And he's like, what? Villains? Alright, then you deal with it. And Deku's like, why? Well, being the son of the... let's see, what is it called? Oh yeah, being son of the first hero, I feel like you could be strong. Deku's like, dude, that's such a stereotypical statement. Stop, okay? But I'll do it anyway. So Deku puts the force and he starts augmenting his limbs. And then he's like, alright, you villains came in for a bad day. But then, all of nowhere, he got teleported along with everybody else. And it was just Aizawa who had to deal with it. As I was like, shit. Now I have to deal with this while the guy who's one of the strongest people on the planet is gone. Damn. So Deku is now with Suyu, and you can all imagine what's happening over there. Mineta is like, so you've been finessing, I see. You got some like kissing marks on your cheeks. Deku's like, yeah man, it's all in the life of a magnet. This kid, I'll teach you as my student, I'll teach you the life of how to become the magnet. You'll be like the best magnet known to man. Mineta's like, really? Yeah man? There is a God after all, and that God is me, the God of love. And now and Suyu's just shaking her. It's like, what kind of, that's kind of pathetic, you know, like, what makes you think you're so good? And Deku's like, really? And he grabs her by the face and he's like, young beautiful maiden, what makes you think that I am not good? And Suyu gets a bit flustered and she's like, well, you did try to peek in all of us in the change room. It's what every master of love does. It's what makes the chick magnet become the chick magnet. And then Suyu just goes away. She's like, that's a very corny line. It goes like, okay, I'll just impress you with my skills. And then he goes and he jumps over and he uses the force to pick up all the water out of the area. And he can see all the villains are at the bottom. And he's like, you guys will not want to see this happen. Close your eyes. You know, Suyu just looks and Deku's like, no, just close your eyes. This is not a beautiful scene. Okay. And then Deku creates spears out of the water and he starts shooting them down. And the spears are so strong that they impaled every single villain to the ground. They're still alive, but their arms and legs were impaled just like Jesus on the cross. And Deku said, okay, you can open your eyes now. Suyu opens her eyes and she's horrified. She's like, what did you do? That's not how a real hero acts. A real hero does not let the villains escape. That's exactly what I did. Now, let's go. He grabs Suyu and he grabs Mineta and he jumps all the way over to the other end. When he arrives, he sees that Aizawa's getting beat like hell. And he's like, damn, why is Aizawa so weak? Might as well fight. And then he's like, okay, Suyu, Mineta, yes, master. I want you to take care of Suyu with your life, understood? Yes, master. And then Deku says, alright, I trust you. I will teach you the ways of the chick magnet after this. Yes, master. And then Deku goes and he starts attacking the Nomu. He unlatches his lightsaber and activates the one part, which is black, and he starts slicing through the Nomu, cutting it apart limb from limb, piece by piece. It's regenerating, trying to hit him back, but he's blocking it with the force. And then he lifts up the Nomu and smashes it into the ground. And then Deku goes to the Nomu and says, so, you think you're stronger than me, huh? Well, you haven't met the chick magnet. I'm so better than you. Oh my god, you are so weak. Oh, man, I wish there was somebody strong. And then he can sense a disturbance in the force. And out from the portal comes a mysterious man. Someone he has never seen before. And Deku's like, I feel like I should know this man, but I don't. And out of there comes a boy wearing a black robe. And the boy activates his red lightsaber. And he says, my name is Star Killer. And Deku's like, Star Killer? Who is that? Well, I can sense the dark side residing in you, Jedi. Well, duh. I am a great Jedi after all. Stupid. And then, the guy, Star Killer gets like frustrated. He's like, I'm a boy? Boy, you about to get whooped. And then he activates his dual red lightsabers and he charges at Deku. Deku's like, yeah, I only need one lightsaber for this duel. And then he just uses the force to augment his abilities and he runs right up to Star Killer's face, activates his red lightsaber and stabs him and says, filthy Sith, die like the scum that you are. lick my boot when I defeat you. That will show I am the true master of the Force. And then Deku starts beating up Starkiller, and Starkiller's like losing a lot of blood here, guys. By getting stabbed by the dark saber, he's barely holding on. And then, out of nowhere, the Nomu gets back up because Deku did not take out his brain, and he punches Deku so hard that he flies across half the place. And then Deku's like, wow, what a punch. Oh, I'm loving this, huh? Yeah, let's go. And then Deku goes and he starts fighting both Starkiller and the Nomu, and they're tag teaming him, and he says, I might have to use both my lightsabers, but nah, I'm not gonna dual wield these. He activates a white end and he starts fighting Starkiller is so surprised. He's like, you can use both? Where did you get this? Degu's like, my master, huh? Now die. And now he starts fighting them, and he's like, you guys are so weak. How do you call yourself Sith? I can get the animal being weak, but you? Come on, man. The Sith have really died down since the Dark Ages. And then he's like, really, are you sure? And then Deku goes, and the Starkiller goes, and he sees a girl, and it's Momo, and he grabs her, and he's like, do not come near, I will kill her. Deku's like, really? You think I won't come and kill you, huh? You must be sorely mistaken. I know what this girl means to you. I will call this bluff. Really? Okay. Deku takes out a pistol and shoots him in the face. But he blocks it with the bullet, and it redirects to Momo, shooting her in the arm. And Deku's like, damn it. He's getting a bit mad here. And then he's like, oh, I see your indecision in your eyes. Might as well, being the Sith and all, right? And he stabs Momo from the back. And then Deku screams in a profound rage. And he's like, and then he kicks Momo from the ground, and all in front of Deku's face. Starkiller starts laughing like crazy. And then Deku says, I won't let you get away with this. And then Deku starts yelling in rage, and his eyes turn white. This gigantic black aura surrounds him, and he says, you are dead, in a gigantic bellowing voice. He goes up to the Nomu and eradicates it, vaporizes it in one motion of his hand. And then he goes to Starkiller. Starkiller thrusts his lightsaber, Deku catches the beam of the lightsaber and vaporizes the crystal inside it. And then Starkiller hits him with the other one, and he does the same thing. He's like, you are dead. And then Deku goes and he puts his hand and he plunges inside Starkiller's body, reaching inside, grabs his heart and crushes it with his hand. And Starkiller died. Deku says, the killer has just been killed. And yeah, guys, that's where I'm going to be ending part 3 to What If Deku Was a Jedi. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. This is MUI Shallot, gone.